soon. Now, with that being said, we have a really, really, really cool band coming up next. They're also on this bill. They are The Lion Within. Oh my goodness.
Hey.
Whoa!
Hey,
I
what's
wasn't ready
up?
for that. What's up with you guys?
Full of surprises. We bring fire. We bring our own pyro to like podcasts.
Oh, God. I thought you were going to say to the show, and I was like, please don't.
Oh no. If you didn't own it, I'm kidding. No, we don't bring pyro.
It'd be cool if you did, but all right. So, who are you guys?
Well, we're The Line Within. I'm Jason Kane.
Jerry Allen.
Dan.
I sing, I play guitar, he plays bass, he plays drums.
All right. Well, it's good to meet you guys. Now,
Good to
are
meet
you
you. We
guys
can't.
excited for Saturday?
What's that?
Are you guys excited for Saturday?
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah, we've heard a lot of great things about the venue. I've been following it. I've seen like all the the horror stuff you have in there and everything. Very cool. Can't wait to check it out. Definitely. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. And the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
The lineup is
I was going to say, it is a pretty stacked lineup.
Yeah, I mean, we've played a lot of shows, and I have to say that, like, as far as like a lineup of bands that aren't nationally signed bands, this is probably like one of my favorite lineups I'm looking forward to playing, because all the bands just seem like very cohesive, high energy, kind of on the same page, but in their own unique way. So definitely looking forward to it.
I was going to say, I think you guys work really, really well together, and you guys all sound like you'd work together well.
Yeah. I mean, we've known. Actually, it's funny because we've known Venom of Virtue for a while. I think we played a show with them at Diesel a couple years ago, and I've known Brian from Never the Crash for a long time. Actually, we almost ended up in a band together at one point a couple bands ago. So things didn't work out, but not for any bad reasons or anything. But so I've known him forever, and so yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those things. Like when I saw Venom of Virtue was playing, I was like, I hit up your booking agent. I was like, hey, you got any free space on there? We would kind of like to jump on, see how this works out. So yeah, we're happy to be a part of it for sure.
Good. So, do you guys have any new music coming out anytime soon?
No.
No. That's all right. That's all right.
Nah. We're a legacy act in our own
you
minds.
guys. And it looks like we got a lot of shows coming up.
Yeah. No, actually, we do have a new single. We've been kind of holding on to it. We finished recording it in the fall. We recorded Battle in a Spot. And, I think we were probably one of the last bands that recorded at the Loft. I don't know if you heard about that, but like the studio actually burned down like about 2 or 3 weeks later. Yeah. So I want to say we were probably one of the last bands that recorded there before that happened. But yeah, we have a new song. It's called Slither So Slow. We just been kind of waiting for the perfect opportunity, because we didn't want to release it during the winter. That's kind of like just a bad time to release new music. We feel, you got the holidays, you got Christmas music that people want to listen to, you got New Year's Eve, everybody's kind of wrapped up with a bunch of things. Cold weather, people just aren't enthusiastic, so we wanted to wait till the time when people are like, I really wish I had a summer jam. And so that's kind of where we're at. And we're going to be working on a video for it soon. And it's tough though, because it's tough when it's like, we've had this baby that we can't show the world, but it's not getting any older. It's just waiting, So yeah, but we do have new music. It will be coming out probably spring, summer, and can't wait. Can't wait out there. Last time we released something was 2023. So Yeah, it's
Oh,
about we're about due
wow.
for some new music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what was
Yeah.
it like
It's
writing
not,
that song for you guys?
yeah. What's that?
I said, what was it like writing that for you guys? Like, what was like the
What'd she say?
process of writing it?
Oh, process of writing. Um, so, more or less, you know, I kind of just I come up with ideas and like, you know, vocals, guitar parts, things like that, a rough structure, like a blueprint, and kind of bring it to practice, hand it off to the guys. They do their thing, add their input. You know, we kind of arrange it all, um, and you know, just kind of, you know, work on parts. I mean, there's songs that we thought we had finished that we've actually brought back recently that and totally revamped it. You know what I mean? So
Ooh, okay.
yeah, that's kind of been the basic how we write. You know, I kind of get the ball rolling, but these guys end up taking their parts and writing their own stuff and doing their own thing, putting in their input. And as a band, we come up with arrangement ideas and things like that. And you know, at the end of the day, everybody has their input, and it has like a collective focus, and it's been working for us. I mean, we we've probably got enough song material to put out like, I don't know, 3 or 4 albums right now, but it's it's really more a matter of just money to record them, if anything, and time.
That's
So
fair. Okay.
yeah. So we got a ton of material. We probably got like 40 songs, but you know, it's just money. You know, studios cost money, and I never went down the road of being like, well, actually, I did try it, and that's why I changed my mind about it. And it's like, I'm going to focus on music. I'm going to study music. I'm going to do that. I'm like, there's guys that can do it where they can be like studio engineers and producers and things like that. I'd rather go and work with somebody where that's what they excel at, and they're, you know, got bands that have been on Billboard and things like that. It's like, hey, you do your thing. There you go. So that's where we're at. You know, we got a new song coming out, but we got plenty of material. We're just kind of taking our time releasing it. You know, we're doing the singles thing, like releasing a single at a time. You know, so yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
Okay. So now, how do you guys handle any creative differences within the band?
We fist fight.
Oh, yeah.
Rock, paper.
You rock, paper, scissors.
No. Yeah.
Like best 2 out of 3?
Band is see, Jason brings the songs, so my obligation as a drummer is to make sure it's coming across the correct way, and so we just kind of defer to him. For me, for my parts, anyways, I just defer to Jay. If he likes it, he'll let me keep it. If he wants to try something different, we'll try something different. It's not very hard. You know, it makes the process a lot easier. The song sounds a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, we really haven't had any big issues with creative differences. You know, I feel like you know, we're kind of all just on the same page, thankfully. And that's been a big part of why I think with this lineup, I feel like have really worked and done a lot of things that other bands I've been in haven't, because there haven't been those personality issues or those creative conflicts. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, I respect both of the guys in the band and, you know, as musicians and as people. And, you know, at the end of the day, I feel like unless something was just god awful, which has never, ever, ever happened, I would never try and squash somebody's creativity. You know, I've been in bands like that where, you come up with an idea, and every idea, there's always that one guy that's like the hatchet man. You know what I mean? He's always the hatchet man. You come up with like, no, I don't like it. Do something else. Do this. I've been in those bands, and it sucks. And I always told myself, you know, I never want to be that guy in the band. You know, I might throw out ideas. I might be like, hey, what do you think about trying this? What do you think about trying that? What if we try and change this? But I feel like we're all open to trying different things and seeing what works, and you know, what we like and what we don't. I mean, if there's any creative differences, the only one I think that we've had so far is probably like just deciding on a cover to play. because we all come from very different musical backgrounds, but we also have things that are very much in common as well. So, I mean, if anything, I think that's the only one. But we haven't gotten any fights over it. Nobody's been like, "No, we must play the." It's just like, it's like, well, we'll keep going until we find something that everybody's happy with. So, and that hasn't happened yet. Well, no, it actually did happen, but then we changed our mind about it after 2 shows. But that's it. Thankfully, we're very fortunate to have found each other and be on the same page with things.
Sounds like you guys are getting like encouragement to fight. So I think there needs to be a fight on Saturday.
Fuzzy. Well, his name's Fuzzy, of course. Must be fight.
Okay, well maybe
I know Fuzzy personally. Joke. I know him well. He's a good guy, and he's a supporter of music. And hey, Fuzzy, if you got a camera, maybe we can like fake something. We can fake a fight.
So now, what do you feel like what influences you? Like, yeah, like what's your guys' influence?
What influences us?
Yeah.
Like musically?
Yeah.
I don't know, Dan. Dan, why don't you tell me about your influences? Because my phone's about to die.
All right, well, he takes care of that. Like we like rock music, and the derivatives of, and try to keep it. I know Jason likes a lot of energetic music. I'm more from the yacht rock kind of thing. I like Toto a lot and Dream Theater, like all that cheesy musician stuff. But I like the Beatles too, and Jerry here is into Motorhead. And, we all have our preferences and kind of pull them together, and this is what you get.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you like, Jerry? Get in here.
Well,
what is Jerry like?
Well, Dan said it. Motorhead, Black Sabbath, and a lot of hair bands.
Yeah. Hair bands.
That's probably our biggest common denominator, believe it or not.
Lynch Mob.
We all like that's probably our biggest common denominator musically speaking, even though if you listen to our music, I don't think we sound anything like hair metal. Maybe some of the guitar leads and maybe some of the little things here and there. There's a touch of it, but yeah, I don't musically. For me, it's kind of a different thing because singing and guitar playing, I come from 2 completely different worlds as far as influences and things that motivate me. With guitar, I'm definitely much more of a 80s influenced guy, from everything from like classic thrash like Megadeth, Anthrax, Metallica, stuff like that, to like 80s hair metal. Shredder guys like Satriani and Steve Vai and early Ozzy. I love Sabbath. I love stuff like that. But I also like industrial music. I had an industrial project for a while. Like, I love some Ministry or Skinny Puppy, 9 Inch Nails, stuff like that. I love classical music. I was a classical student for a while. You name it. So on the guitar end, it's a pretty wide spectrum. Vocally, I really like guys like Scott Weiland, Chris Cornell, Lane Staley, Freddie Mercury's probably my favorite. Queen's probably one of my top 3 favorite bands. I love classic Queen. I love bands with huge, big harmonies, and I also like stuff that's a little dark. I like stuff that can be a little angry. So I think if you listen to our music, it's kind of got elements of that. It's dark, sad, and angry all at the same time. I think that sums us up. If you've ever felt like that, dark, sad, and angry. Yeah. It's kind of a lot of our lyrics come from very, very personal, heartfelt experiences that I've been through, and they're all straight from the heart. You want to know what goes on in my brain or what I've been through a little bit, just the tip of the iceberg. I wear my heart on my sleeve in my lyrics. You can read them and just you'll get it all. It's you'll either want to cry or hit a punching bag or something, or both, or both.
Right at the same
So there
time.
you go. If you mix that all together, that's kind of what you get, I guess.
All right. Well, I mean, it works. So now that you've just listed
Thank you.
every single artist, if you could work with any of them, who would it be, dead or alive?
Ooh, I don't know. It's tough. Because the people I'd want to work with, I don't know if I'd actually get along with them. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like we were talking about earlier, somehow we're on the same page, but it's I would say I'd want to work with Ozzy, but I love all of Ozzy's music, but I don't know if we would actually work well together.
Okay, so
he might
metaphorically say you guys would. Say whoever you work with is going to work perfectly together.
Okay, now that works better. Oh, Dan.
I already have. His name's Dave Coop. And he sang for the project that was after Stone Temple Pilots in '97 called Talk Show. He's been my favorite singer since 1997, and I played on his song Saturday, or actually one of the DeLeo brothers wrote that. But I'm on Saturday. I'm on a few of those songs. If you go on YouTube, he's on there. So that's the one person I guess I could say dead or alive that I've ever wanted to work with, and I got to do it.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. I don't know. That's tough. Like I was saying, Freddie Mercury would be awesome to work with, to collaborate with. I think that would be pretty crazy. Actually, I have the answer. It's something I've always said, and it slipped my mind. She's unfortunately passed away. I've always had this dream, which will never happen most likely, but never say never, of writing a heavy, operatic, almost maybe something like Nightwish, but more original version of not sounding like Night, with Olivia Newton-John. Dark, dark, heavy, heavy guitars and harpsichords and choirs, but choirs of Olivia Newton-John.
Mm-hmm.
Telling you, I think it'd be wild, but unfortunately, I don't know. She has a daughter though. I don't know if her daughter sings, but I might have to look. I might have to find out. That's my answer. How about you, Jerry?
Well, I wouldn't mind writing some songs with I would have liked to sat down and written some songs with Lemmy. I mean, he wrote some. Yeah, I mean, he wrote "Mama, I'm Coming Home" for Ozzy, and he's written some other stuff.
There's a song for us to cover.
What?
Mama, I'm Coming Home.
Really? You think so?
Yeah.
Well, Lemmy did write it.
Lemmy wrote it.
Yeah.
I love Ozzy.
Hell yeah.
And I know Dan could jam some drum on it. See?
Steel, baby. Randy.
There we go.
That's funny.
Even during a podcast.
I expect to hear it on Saturday.
I don't know if we'll be able to whip it up by Saturday, but we'll see.
So, with you guys having so many shows coming on or coming up, what's the most challenging part about being say on tour? Because you guys have a lot of out of state ones too.
Yeah, challenging parts would be about being on tour. That's a good question.
Parking in Chicago.
Yeah. Just driving in Chicago.
I love playing Chicago. I do.
That's awesome.
I love traffic any time of day.
But let me tell you, pulling a trailer while you're driving through Chicago will definitely challenge your driving skills.
I've done that before myself. It's not fun.
It's not fun.
Not really.
It's not fun because you're trying to get to one place. You got to switch 5 to 6 different freeways. And it's you just get on one. And it's no, now you got to cross over 5 lanes through traffic to go over to this one. And then, but I love Chicago. I mean, the people there, the bands there, let me tell you, I've never heard a bad Chicago band. All the times that we've played there, and I've played in other bands there, every time the bands there are amazing. it's like kind of scary, but it's also very inspiring because it's like, wow.
You gotta see Vulgar Vic play drums.
Yeah,
he's amazing.
Wolfram.
Yeah.
We're giving shout outs to Wolfram.
Oh my god.
Check them out from Chicago. We played with them a couple times. They're a great band.
Literally.
Yeah. But yeah, challenges, probably the fact that it's more work than you would expect. I mean, because we're a very DIY band. We're do it yourself. We do everything in house at this point. You know, we book all our shows. We're our own road crew. You know, we do all our own social media. You know, we do all of our own management, everything, and it all comes out of our own pockets, our own money. And the thing about it is, it's just like, you know, setting everything up. I love doing it. It's like a challenge. You know, I love that part. The fun part is playing the shows. The shows are like the reward, but everything else, like the surprises when you get to the venue and they're like on the third floor without an elevator. These are things you have to plan for, you know? And you know, it's like it's a physical workout. You know, it's literally a physical workout, moving the gear. It's like you're like black t-shirt salesmen that are also movers at the same time and play music in between. That's what touring in a band seems like. But it's fun.
So it's just like having a day job and being in a band.
Right. Oh, I am. Yeah, we all have day jobs too. Yeah, we all.
Oh my gosh, you guys are doing like
you know,
triple duty.
We have to fund the dream. You know.
Who?
What's that?
I said you guys are having like
We
triple
got really
duty.
low.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah.
I'd be like,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm also like a photographer, like as a side gig as well. So, you know.
Oh my gosh.
We keep busy.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys are busy.
Yeah, we keep busy. So, but yeah, I don't know. That'd be my answer. What do you think, Dan?
What's that? The challenges of
touring.
I hate calling it touring because we go on the weekends, we come home, you know.
No, we've gone longer than that.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, North Dakota.
I don't know. It's easy because Jason usually drives and I fall asleep in the back. You know. I don't know. There's no challenge. On the floor, they can have a bed. I don't care. You know. It's like, I don't like to travel, so the reward for me is being able to play drums, and then I don't have to go anywhere. It's basically a long car ride, and I enjoy that. So there's no challenges for me.
That's why I like him. How about you, Jerry?
Challenge, yeah, like you said, driving through Chicago, and nothing against Chicago. You know, like Jason said, it's just it's a chore to drive through Chicago.
It's not that hard.
Well, no, you executed it masterfully on our way back from North Dakota. This guy, we traveled overnight, and we were arriving in Chicago. It was around 5 a.m, and it was like right before the traffic was starting to build. Dan just zoomed right through Chicago. So
he was on a mission.
Yeah, he was on a mission.
We had a show. We had 2 shows in North Dakota with Scotty Austin, who's a former singer of Saving Abel, and we ended up playing in Fargo, which is on the east side of North Dakota, and then we played in Dickinson the next night, which is all the way on the west side of North Dakota,
in the Mountain Time Zone.
It's pretty much the driving equivalent of driving like from here to like the tip of Florida. And Dan Power, I've done a lot of the driving, but like Dan was feeling invigorated, and he drove straight through all the way from Dickinson, North Dakota, Fargo. He drove from Fargo, North Dakota to Detroit, Michigan, and I
enjoy it.
Yeah, so yeah. I mean, the driving can get tedious, but at the same time, it's fun because you just never know what you're going to find. I mean, we could spend all night telling you stories about that.
I got to drive over the map. That was pretty cool.
All right. Well, do you guys have anything to add before you guys go? Like, where can I follow you? Where can I listen to your music? All that fun stuff.
We're everywhere. Oh, there we are. We disappeared for a second. You can find us at thelinewithin.com, thelinewithinmusic.com. It's our main website. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Spotify, of course, and YouTube, definitely on YouTube, Twitter, you name it. You know, if you type our name in through Google, we will show up. The Lion Within. Not to be confused with The Line Within, which we've had people confuse us with. It's like, no, it's not the lion, it's the lion, like, you know, the lion, like, yeah, the Lion Within. So yeah, you can find us anywhere. Please go check us out on Spotify. Listen to our music. You know, follow us. We would love to have you follow us. Check out our videos. You know, we've spent a lot of time and energy and money on some really nicely professionally shot videos. And, you know, I think they're pretty creative. I think you'll enjoy them. I do. So, yeah. And we're going to be playing Saturday at the Vexed venue. Woohoo! With Venom of Virtue and Never the Crash. So, can't wait if you're in the Saginaw area or not. You know, fly if you have to. Get a plane ticket. You don't want to miss a show.
Make the trip.
Make the trip. It'll be worth it. I promise.
Now, if anybody actually does buy a plane ticket to come to this show, I wouldn't even charge them a ticket price. If they went all the way to go buy a plane ticket to come to the show, I would be impressed.
This thing's going anywhere.
Yeah.
All right. So, with that being said, next up, we're going to say goodbye to the Lion Within. Goodbye, Lion Within. We will see you